Now we talk about college. So if you're going to go to college, first things first, you need to do two things. You want to get as many scholarships as possible. Okay. In America, you want to fill out the FAFSA, which is the financial aid website. It tells you what kind of financial aids you qualify for in regards to financing your education. Okay. And you need to, if you do need to get student loan, you need to get as little debt as possible. Okay. When I was a young man in college, right, there was an opportunity where I talked to somebody who was an idiot, and they gave me some advice to, like, hey, you know, just take the loan. If you need money, if you need to money to survive, like, just take a loan from the student loan out, right? And I wasn't as financially intelligent as I was then, and I remember I took out a loan to live off of $5,000, and I thought I was gonna be like, all my money problems were solved. But guess what happens? That $5,000 I had, it still had one problem. It was attached to me, and I was a fucking idiot. And that $5,000 quickly became zero in in 2 months. Okay? Stupid. I was stupid. Okay? I was a dum-dum. I didn't manage my money, and therefore my money managed me. Okay? But these are things. Listen, I don't care if you qualify for the United Negro Black Blind Association, okay? If you qualify for that scholarship, you've got to apply. All right? There are scholarships out there for everything. You can go to scholarships.com and look at the list of scholarships out there that they have available. Okay? When it comes to a little debt as possible, again, you want to be spending a little bit as possible. And Anthony is in the chat. He says, community college, FAFSA, scholarship, absolutely. Guys, there is no shame in going to community college. Okay? And I'm going to teach you how to game the college system here as well. Community college is a good thing. If you guys don't donate $100 right now, you're a beta male, you're a cuck, you're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's
Sergio Zabute says, here's $4.99. Here's for a Red Bull or Coke Zero. Keep up the good work, Chief. Thank you so much, Sergio. Please stop spending your money on marijuana. God bless you. I love you. Get rich, then spend money on weed. I'm drinking water actually right now. I had 3 Diet Dr. Peppers today. That's enough. Okay. So, whatever scholarship you qualify for, do it. Apply the FAFSA. Okay, the FAFSA gets you something called. Now, I don't know if this is still around, but it should be. All my brothers in college, youngins, can you verify? I did not verify this before the episode. Peter DaCosta is angry. He's going to say, I wish you were more prepared again. I know you are. I know you're going to say it. I know you're going to say it. Sorry. I'm just giving out as much as I can. But you're going to qualify for something called the Pell Grant. Are they still doing the Pell Grant in America? I have no reason to believe why they would stop it. Okay? But I believe they have the Pell Grant is something that's really beneficial. If you guys don't donate $100 right now, there you go. You're a beta male, you're a cuck, you're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
and that's
Ricky, my Indian chat in Canada, $5 super chat. He says, a little tweak for the mathies. If you're gifted in math, go for the Gifted Math University. The courses are cheaper because They are subsidized, and subsidized means they are paid by the government. So they do have the Pell Grant. So the Pell Grant, I remember this. The Pell Grant, they just give you a lump sum, and you maximum qualify for at the time $4,000 per. I think it was per year. I think it's per semester. They just give you money if you're poor enough, like I was, to go to college. Okay. You have mastered the whiteboard. Your writing seems. I turned off the buttons on the pen. That's what it is. Because I had to like finagle the. You see? Now that I have like this amazing camera, you can see. You see that? Let out autofocus. So right here, you can see that there are. Still focused on me. Okay. I love this camera lens. So good. Well, basically, there's like a button right here, and I had to like hold the pen and like try not to hit these buttons. There it is. I had to like try not to hit these buttons, but now I just turned them off because I'm superior over my technology. Okay. I'm the boss. Okay. Write it all, break it off. Name the movie. But yeah, the handwriting got better. But yeah, Aaron Clary also loves community college. Very good. Peter says, love you, John. I'm nowhere near you. Learning to keep up your... No, I love you, bud. You're good. Geez, the camera quality is insane. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I got a new lens. It was $1,100. It was 121,000 Japanese yen. Somebody run the conversion. And if you're feeling sorry for me and you'd like to send a donation, go ahead and click the link right there. Help me with the camera fund. Rest in peace, Tom Bombadil. He's permabanned, so he can't send me $100 crazy man super chats anymore. God bless you, Tom. Danny Chan is in the chat. He says, my son is getting paid handsomely to go to college to study computer science and will graduate debt-free with a great paying career. And that is because you are a good father, sir. Congratulations to you. Guys, I'm gonna air out Danny Chan's laundry a little bit. Sometimes Danny Chan, this guy in the chat, no lie, this guy's such a nice guy. I swear to God, he sends me a $50 PayPal donation. He says, this is for you and Happy. Go buy some treats for Happy. Nicest guy in the world. Killing the game. Living the dream over there in Dubai. I'm going to meet up with him later this year. Fantastic person. Fantastic guy. And fantastic father as well. You know, that's another guy who's lived his life correctly, man. You know, again, look, guys, right? Let's talk about the guy, my number one psychotic stalker, crazy tomato farming loser. Think about that. This is a guy in his mid-50s who has amounted to nothing, okay? Squandered his life, and now he is on the precipice of death, basically, because it's to turn your life around at that age with his fucked up mindset and even continue doing the fucked up shit that he's doing now. That's the guy, he's ruined his life. He has ruined his life. Okay, I have been talking, I know guys in their 50s that have ruined their fucking lives. Okay? Ruined their lives because they did not take an effective planning strategy mapping out their years. Guys, I'm thinking about 45-year-old me right now. I'm thinking about 10-year-old me down the road, okay? And 45-year-old me is going to be, I'm not trying to make any crazy predictions, but we're going to be near $100 million, okay? I'm planning. If you don't plan your life, somebody will plan it for you. If you don't manage your money will manage you, okay? Look at our man, Danny Chan. Enough money. Danny Chan just said to me, that money that I send you isn't for you. It's just for Happy, okay? So he has enough money that he could send me $50 donations just for my dog while putting his son through school, and his son is getting paid to go to school to become a computer engineer to get a great career, okay? He knows he's doing his part as a father. He's doing a great thing to lay the foundation for his son to have a good life. That's what you do in this life. You become a good man, good father. I'm not talking about simping out and being some fucking sucker for some whore, all right? Be a good man. People good for you, treat them well. Treat your friends well. Treat your coworkers well. If you have employees, you have interns, treat those people well. Be good. Live a good life. You know what I mean? Leave a good legacy. Don't let your kids look at you and be like, "There's dad, the fucking loser." Okay? Don't be the guy, like, come on. Let's talk about Tomato Farmer. You really think his mom, like, looks at him? She's like, "Oh, I'm so proud of my son." She's like, "Look at this fucking loser. This guy is a fucking loser. I have raised a fucking felony tomato farm loser of a son." And just look at that waste of space every day. Think about that. Plan your life well, guys. This shit's serious. This shit is ultra serious. So, let's talk about here real quick. So, I'm going to teach you guys how to game the degree system here as well. All right? How you can get I got my bachelor's degree actually in 3 years, okay? I got it in 3 years. The only thing is my graduation was delayed because I didn't take some like intro to like UCF course or whatever. UCF is University of Central Florida, but we also called it UCF stands for you can't finish, right? Because they always had like these shifting like prereqs that you had to do you had to take a certain class. I forget what it was, but just to graduate, you had to take this class. And it was like preparing for life taught to you by some fucking loser that makes $60,000 a year. Thanks so much. I'm really prepared because I took this class. It's just a scam. That's what college is. Okay. If you got to pimp college, or college is going to pimp you. All right. So next thing is this. Okay. And again, I want to say this again, because you need a reminder. Okay. Oh, Pablo says the Pell Grant, they give you 6.5K now instead of 4K, right? Pablo says, I graduated in 3.5 years. Take 18 credit and pay women to do your homework. Pablo, I love you. Love you so much. Pablo came to Hot Dude Con, New York. He's a young man, and he came over to Harry Zico's house, and we all hung out, and we made fun of Pablo for like probably 10 minutes in a row. We bullied him, treated him like shit, and he took it like a man, and he won our respects. Welcome to the Hot Dude Army, Pablo. You're doing a great job. We like to call him Whole Foods. Killing the game, Whole Foods. All right. Now, when you're going to go to college, first things first, right? If you're not going to college to get a STEM degree, you're wasting your time. Okay? So if you're not doing science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and I like to add medicine, okay? Because honestly, one of the most valuable 4-year degrees that you can get, okay, is, in my opinion, nursing. And especially if you're a man. Male nurses are in high demand because male nurses are just like female nurses, but they're better because they can lift up heavy shit, and they can lift up, like if you have a female nurse and she's like, 120 pounds, which is like a miracle in America if a woman weighs that much. But if she like weighs 120 pounds and you have some Karen that comes in there, has a heart attack at 44, and she weighs 240 pounds and she falls off the stretcher, you think the nurse that weighs 120 pounds is going to be able to pick her up? No, siree. But if you call some fucking Thunder Chad Tyrone, big motherfucker, 6 foot tall, 220 pounds, and he's a nurse as well, not only is he going to be swimming in pussy, but he's going to get top priority by the nurses, top priority by the doctors, and top priority with compensation. Death is a steady business, gentlemen. Okay? Invest in death. It's so true. Roberto says 200-pound nurse can't even carry herself. What a shame to be that, working in health and be like disgustingly out of shape. God bless America. Okay? Nursing pays so much that, you have free time to make TikTok videos as well in the middle of a global pandemic. Let's not forget about that. But that's one of the most valuable degrees because you could also become, and for you guys that are very entrepreneurial, this can actually evolve into something called a travel nurse. Travel nurse typically pays about $80,000 a year. And you literally get to travel the world as a nurse and get paid for it. Okay? It's a 4-year degree, and you're qualified for life. And if you want to become a nurse, guess what? You can get little add-ons to your nurse degree, okay? So you can become, I'm just going to give you 2 general examples here. What you can do as nurse, okay? You could become a nurse, and I know I'm going to butcher the spelling on this. Let me give it a shot. Anesthetist. I don't know. I probably butchered that. I don't know. Let me know. Nurse anesthetist, and this is basically you are a nurse that is qualified to give anesthesia. And anesthesia is the drug that they put on you in your veins or on your mouth to make you go to sleep and you feel no pain while they do surgery. It is a modern miracle. And the buzz you get from anesthesia is fucking lit. I felt lit as shit after I got that stuff. I was like, can I take some of this home with me? A nurse anesthetist, and that pays you anywhere between like $90K. I mean, God, if you run your own practice and you pimp out a doc, I mean, you can make upwards of $300K if you have a good business sense about you as well. Okay. What did let me see. Oh, is it okay? That's it. Okay. Now I'm smart. Thank you, Whole Foods. But yeah. Right? I think to go from a nurse to nurse anesthetist, I believe it's not a lot of school. I want to say worst case scenario, it's 4 years. Okay. From nursing to nurse anesthetist is about 4 years. And then you could become what is called a Bobby Sour Juice says, my LTR is a travel nurse and goes full sugar mama on your boy. Have her buy your Versace, you asshole, and save your money. Love you, Bobby Sour Juice. And then you become something called a nurse practitioner. Okay? A nurse practitioner. And basically, this is a nurse that can do everything a medical doctor can do. Okay? Medical doctor nurse. And this goes anywhere between $90K to God knows. If you run your own practice, I mean, you're looking at $1 million a year if you run your own practice. Okay? $90K to $1 million. I believe nurse practitioner education is like a 4-year thing as well. Let's see. Let me double. I want to double. Let's see. Nurse. Nurse anesthetist, schooling yank. Oh, what? Okay. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Okay, nurse anesthetist. Earn a BSN degree, so that's you get 4-year. Get your RN, duh. Pursue specializations. Nurse anesthesia program. So the nurse anesthesia program is I think it's like okay, here we go. The average experience of RNs entering nurses is 2.9 years. Obtain certification for the board. No, let's go back here. And you see just so you guys know, I'm Googling this stuff live as well to show you guys how to Google. Because a lot of you guys like contact me and ask me like, how do I Google this? How do you like just like this? Okay. It's the fastest way to become a nurse anesthesiologist. There's no fast track, but nurse anesthesia requires a BSN or another approach of bachelor's degree, as well as an RN license and a minimum of 1 year acute nurse. Okay. So you need 1 year of nurse acute care, nursing experience, and then 2 to 3 years. Okay, so I was right, 4 years. All right. So become a nurse anesthetist, and then let's see, nurse practitioner schooling length, 6 to 8 years. Okay, which in it, rather than being a doctor is, I mean, if you're gonna go all in, it takes you 6 to 8 years. So your 4-year degree, and let's just give worst case scenario, plus a 6-year degree. Okay. Yeah, we're calculating worst case scenarios. So you start education at 18 plus 10 years of education, and now you're 28 and you're a nurse practitioner, and you could make $90,000 to $1 million a year. Okay? Think about that. And guess what? You're never going to go out of business because everybody's dying, including you. And nobody wants to die, including you and including me. And when you're sick, you're not like, oh shit, my liver's bleeding. Fuck it, I'm going to watch some Netflix. You're like, no, I'm going to go to the hospital and try to keep this life thing going along here. See this. Okay, let's go to nurse. Here we go. Nurse practitioner salary. You're looking at, this clickbait site sucks. They need to like have a better one. Nurse, here we go. 15 highest paid. Here we go. So, nurse anesthetist, $180,000. Okay. General nurse practitioner, $100,000. All right. And I understand that, like, a lot of these, a psychiatric nurse practitioner, that's my uncle does in England. He $105,000, right? And I'm pretty sure these are medians as well. Okay. Certified nurse anesthetist, $87 an hour. There's some guys in the trades making more money doing that. Okay. But again, for you guys that actually have a passion for this, and God, don't fucking go get an education on things that I have a passion for this. Okay. Have a passion for being competent and making money in an ethical manner. Okay. But again, 10 years, right? And I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, and the thing about, and here's another thing too, okay? If you become a nurse, right? Because remember, if you're going to go to college, you want to make sure you're using it, it's useful, okay? I'm going to list some of the non-financial benefits as well, because we're all men here, right? Okay. What are some of the benefits of being a nurse as a man? Okay. And let's just say you go the full 9 yards, and you do 10 years of education, you become a nurse practitioner, right? I used to hook up with this chick who's a nurse practitioner. She was a sweet white girl named Lauren. She went to Nova College. And she's the one telling me about pancreatic cancer. She was telling me, like, we were seeing this patient with pancreatic cancer, and he was like vomiting blood all over the place. I remember she said, came home, she was traumatized from the experience. And she said, when you get pancreatic cancer, it's basically a death sentence. That was life-changing advice. That was life-changing when I heard that from her. She was the one that red-pilled me that. Salt Daddy's in the house. What's up? Nothing wrong with nursing. There's money to it. Listen, there is nothing wrong with anything that I'm talking about doing here, because this is how a winner lives his life. You know what's embarrassing? Oh, you're a male nurse. Ha, ha, ha. You know what's worse? Oh, you're poor. You have no money. You have no skills that you bring to the workplace. That's the ultimate hilariousness. What do? You're a 54-year-old tomato farmer and you live at home with your mother? Now that's funny. Okay. Nurse practitioner. Some of the benefits for you as men. Surrounded by hot women with money. Guys, if a woman has money and she likes you, she's going to spend it on you. Okay? She's going to spend it on you. If she has money and she likes you, she will spend it on you. Period. Unwritten benefits. The prestige. Okay? This is a very respectable job. Okay? If you are a nurse practitioner, and let's say you fall into the field of pediatrics, and pediatrics is the medical field regarding training children, or is medicine for children. Medicine for children, okay? Think about that. You put that on your Tinder profile, your Bumble. Hey, what's up? I'm a nurse practitioner, and my specialty is helping little kids with cancer. I mean, you fucking the first night every time, because the girl's going to know you have money if you take care of yourself and you got your good physical fitness, which you should, if you're in, especially if you're in the medical field. You have muscles and you're following the foundations that I'm laying here. You got money. You got muscles, right? You got game. Women problems are a joke to you. You have the prestige of the career, right? You get dating bonuses. You're surrounded by hot women that are going out after work and dealing with a sea of losers because they're in the upper financial parts as well. So they're going to find a guy that you're going to be able to be like on their par with them. You know what I mean? High net worth network. Okay? If you're a nurse and you start rubbing shoulders with doctors, surgeons, and this is your your circle of people, I mean, this opens the doors. If you decide to take the entrepreneurial route as well, you have access to money for investments. You hang around educated people. You know, if you want to get people to, like, you have a business idea, you want to pitch investors, you have a hedge fund your buddy's running, and you want to feed him, clientele, you're going to be able to have access to high net worth individuals. And by spending time with high net worth individuals, that's in your network, that's automatically going to make your net worth go up as well. The quickest way to make your life better, guys, is to cut all negativity out of your life and hang out with rich people. You will inevitably become more like them. If you want to become a travel nurse, right? I mean, you want to talk about prestige, job fulfillment. I mean, good Lord in heaven. I mean, hot international women, you got money. And listen, it doesn't matter. If you show yourself like, I helped this, little boy or this little girl recover from her chemotherapy training, and here's a picture of her, and the kid's got his little cancer gown on, and his hair is missing from the chemo, but he's happy because of your treatment, the kid has defeated cancer and he will live. You put that on your Bumble profile and you tell the story behind that, bro. I don't care if the girl is African. I don't care if she's French. I don't care if she's a disgusting Australian woman, if she's Japanese, Chinese, Korean, white American, Mexican. You tell that story, women are going to go, oh my God. They're going to go tell all their girlfriends about you, especially if you got your money right, especially if you got your game right. I mean, there's endless optimism in this situation here. And that's just one of the degrees. Because, again, going to STEM, right? I'm a big fan of the nursing degree because I feel like, it's basically bulletproof because nobody wants to die. All right. Good here? What's going on? we're still learning here. I've watched the viewership drop about by 45 people since I started talking about money, and it's par for the course, right? Par for the course. You start talking about the stuff that's really interesting, really gonna change your life, give you information. Nah, can you put on some more fight videos and do commentary? Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Not everybody can be a winner. I know you want everybody to win, but not everybody can be a winner. I'm giving gold out here. I'm giving gold out here. Zubair says, how did you survive the academic workload in college, Supreme Leader? I'm extremely intelligent. I have a little bit of advantage. I am very smart. I also knew the alternative was failing and being a poor loser for the rest of my life. So I said, yeah, no, I'm going to do this. Bobby Sauer just said, I'm still over here, Big Daddy Hot Dude. Don't worry. Thank you so much. Get one of your sugar babies or your sugar mamas to donate $1,000. One day somebody's going to donate $1,000. I promise. Just don't do it on Super Chat for the love of God. Please use this link, streamlabs.com/Modern Life Dating Channel. Michael Joseph says, will you do a roast video on John Anthony? No, because John Anthony is a fat hedge fund baby loser who had so much problems with drug addiction and alcoholism that he had to go to rehab, is amounted to nothing in his life, and doing a roast video on him would just be the equivalent of being like him, a complete loser. And that's not who I am. I am living the dream. I am changing men's lives. I just found another guy in my community yesterday that because of my coaching and training, he became a millionaire. He is 27. 27 millionaire. He was not a millionaire in November, and by mid-January, millionaire. Crypto Mindset course. March 5th, coming out. That's the business I am. I'm out here roasting poverty, okay? You know what I roast? You know what I roast? I roast people who are fat as fuck and need help losing weight. Body Fitness Max, my free fitness course. Get it, right? I roast people who are broke, mentally broken. I fix people's minds who are broken. I fix their finances, okay? I take guys that are in the top 20% and put them in the top 1%, okay? I take guys who are sexless and I get them the sex life that they want. Tons of women, to the point that they get so much sex that they have an existential crisis and they figure out, I based my whole life around this. How can I change? That's what I roast. I roast mediocrity. Okay? This guy's such a loser, he had to go down to Brazil because he couldn't even fucking survive in a first world country. Went down to Brazil and when he talks, he's such a weirdo. He's like, oh, you know? And I know Anthony Johnson watches me too. I was you there, buddy. Sorry your business got destroyed, but you're welcome. You're welcome. I know you're never going to recover from this too. That's the hilarious part. You are finished. It's game over, man. Oh, man. John Anthony hires escorts. I don't care. I really don't care. I do not care about that guy at all. Okay? He's a trust fund baby. Loser. Amounted to nothing. All he gets on YouTube, like stutters away in his like weird voice. Okay. Shara Johnson says, what do you teach? I just told you. Money Muscles Game. What are you? Shara? Is that a girl? Is that a girl's name? Or is that a guy? What are you? Are you new here? You missing a chromosome? Where have you been for the last 2 hours and 15 minutes? All right. That's just one of the options, okay? So, all right. So, okay. I'm glad you guys love me. A lot of haters out there. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for one of the mods to step up. I didn't want to do it, but it seems like a moron. Seems like a real dumb. All right, here we go. So this is how you game college, okay? College typically is like this. You need 120 credits to get 1 degree, okay? Now, 120 credits to get 1 degree, all right? So what you're going to do is you're going to split your education into 2 sections. You're going to get your undergrad, your associate's degree, whatever you want to call that, and community college. Okay? This is what I did. I went to Valencia Community College, and then I went to a 4-year college. Okay? You start off here, and here's why you start off here. Classes, smaller. Class is cheaper. And typically, the class is easier. I found that the education at community college level was a lot easier than at the 4-year college. Okay? Class is smaller, cheaper, easier. And you can do things more efficiently here at college, okay? Now, what you need to do, see, at the 4-year college, you need to find out the credits required for graduating, okay? This is a really important key point here, guys. You need to find out the credits required for graduating before you even choose your degree, all right? You absolutely need to do this, and here's why. Okay, let's just nuke this all. Okay. So when you want to get your associate's degree, okay, you need 120 credits to graduate, okay? And you typically break it down into right with my mouse, what am I doing? 60 at this community college level and 60 at the 4-year college. Right? Now, what you're going to do is out of this, okay, they tell you have mandatory classes, right? Which is like Comp 1, Comp 2, which is, just teaching you English all over again. Like, certain math, like college algebra, everybody has to take, right? There's mandatory classes, and then there is elective classes. And this is typically to get your associate's degree. Okay? And then the 4-year college here, they also have the same situation, okay? And they have mandatory, we're just going to put man classes, and then also elective classes, right? So for simplicity's sake, we're just going to say 30 and 30, okay? And then 30 and 30. Now, one class, and this is an American education system. For you European guys, I don't know, just learn to speak English. Just fucking with you. One class equals 3 credits, okay? 3 credits. All right? And this means you're basically attending 3 hours per week for these classes, okay? You have to start here with your college education journey. You look at the 4-year college total plan that they want you to have. You check the mandatory classes and you check the elective classes. Now here, the associate's degree, right, the mandatory classes that you take here on the associate's degree, you can't get around it. You just have to take like stats and college algebra and blah, 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 all the garbage, okay? All right? The elective classes, they trick you and they say, oh, just take some classes that you enjoy. Like I was stupid enough because I was like, yeah, I want to learn oceanography. And I took an elective class of oceanography. I'll never forget, the professor told me I'd amount to nothing. And now I'm rich. So suck my dick, professor. He told my writing skills were that of a high schooler. I was like, well, I'm not trying to grow up and be a writer. You fucking idiot. So they trick you and say, yo, just take classes that make you you could take like racquetball, you could take like badminton as an elective, okay? Or you could be educated and take like foreign language, stuff like that, right? So of the mandatory classes, right, over here as well, sometimes for some degrees, you have to take 2 years, which is ridiculous. I don't even know why. 2 years of a foreign language, which is just a total fucking scam, right? Luckily for me, I enjoy speaking Spanish, and I had Cuban nannies, so I was able to enjoy taking these foreign language classes and quite frankly blow through them, because in Miami I had these Cuban nannies, and they spoke English and Spanish, and then the education in Florida is from age 5 they teach you Spanish pretty much mandatorily every year until you're 18. So I actually paid attention in those classes because I found speaking in a foreign language phenomenal, and that has actually got me laid a bunch of times as well, speaking Spanish. Gracias por todo. So, for example, sometimes you have to take a mandatory 2 years, okay? So what you can do, you use these elective credits that you have to take, and you start knocking out these credits over here as well, okay? So sometimes you need to take like, I don't know, for example, I'm using my psych degree, right? So you have to take like statistics for psychology. If you're going to take statistics for psychology here in the mandatory class at the 4-year, it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder to get into, and it's going to be more expensive, right? Also, the class is going to be bigger. It's going to be harder to get the attention of the teacher. What you can do is you can take some of these classes and funnel them over to here and take them at the university, right? And knock them out instead of taking ridiculous elective classes, garbage like that. This saves you so much time and so much money. And that's how I was able to get my degree a lot sooner. I took these classes that were mandatory classes over here. Does that make sense? Is this making sense to you guys? Let me know if this is making sense. You take the college education that you must mandatorily have done at the 4-year degree, and instead of wasting time and taking like stupid electives that quite frankly you don't need at the community college because they just want to bleed you of your money and your time, quite frankly, you use that time in your youth to get your mandatory classes done at the community college level faster, cheaper, and easier, okay? I had to take statistics for psychology because it was just part of the degree. I mean, luckily, it's great because I could read psychological papers and be like, okay, like this study's kind of bullshit, right? Like the one Joker did on Better Bachelor when I did a breakdown of it and everybody get their panties in or not, right? Sorry you don't have a fucking proper education in psychology. I do. I win. You lose. So go ahead. Just say it right now.
I'm stupid. You're smart. I was wrong. You were right. You're the best. I'm the worst. You're very good looking. I'm not attractive.
All right. As long as you're willing to admit that. Now, are you ready to get down to business and do exactly what I tell you to do?
Oh, wow. Benjamin Diaz is actually back in the house. What's up, man? You been living the high life, drinking that Nespresso? I'm glad you guys are finding value in this. But you have to learn how to game the system. Okay? Because these colleges, they don't care about anything other than bleeding you for money. That's all they care about, guys. They just want to bleed you for money. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? They just want you to spend all your money and time with them. Okay? Another thing here. I don't care what anybody says, okay? You have the elective and you have the strategy of taking the test, the classes of everything from the 4-year degree at the easier community college because, you know, if you fail a course, then you're screwed, man. Then you got to retake the course, man. I failed. Here's something funny, guys. I swear to God, it's hilarious. I failed. The one course I got a D in it, right? And you have you have something called grade forgiveness in UCF, and you could retake it. And I didn't want to just have a D on my transcript, pull my GPA down, and jeopardize. It was basically jeopardizing my chances for graduating a couple semesters down the road. I got a D in women's psychology. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. I got a D in women's psychology. I fucking failed women's psychology because I used to go in the back of the chair, back in the classroom, and I would just sleep. I was working at a nightclub as well. So I used to work at Roxy nightclub, and I would work from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., go home, sleep, and then, drive to school and shit. And I was just like, oh, God. And I wasn't really interested. I was really interested in physiological psychology. To this day, I still am. But I failed. I definitely failed. And then I had to retake it. And I had to pay again. And I had to go and waste another fucking 3 to 4 months of my life in this stupid class. All right? So, it's no bueno. Todd says, are you sure you didn't fail it because it was all wrong? Dude, that class was nothing but propaganda. I did fuck this hot Jewish chick, though, that was in the class with me. Her name was Michelle. It was good times. There's some of the girls you just remember. I had a lot of sex in college, too. It was such an easy time. Hooked up with this big titty girl named Julie. Oh, my God. Oh, I missed that vagina. Okay, so here's the thing. So colleges, what they do is they recommend that you take 12 credits per semester. Okay? And they typically say you go to 2 semesters per year. Okay? Now, let me whip up my calendar. Let me whip it out. Okay. Who's ready to do some math? 1 + 1 equals, I don't know. Let's figure it out. We're covering this. Shucks, how can I do this? Why are we here? Just to suffer. Okay, there we go. Put it right there. Cool. Okay, cool. Coming up on 2 a.m. Who still loves me? I love myself. I don't need you. 12 credits per semester, 2 semesters per year. This is what they recommend, okay? So that means you have a 120 credit program typically, and you're getting at 24 credits per year. So it's going to take you about 5 years to graduate. Okay? 5 years if you follow their plan. I don't know about you. I'm not trying to spend 5 years in some brainwashing facility, because that's what colleges have basically become. Right? No, thank you. So going their route, you spend time, you spend money. This also increases the probability for errors, increases the probability of you failing, increases the probability of you not getting into a class that you need, because they have enrollment section. They have like times where you can enroll. And if you don't get into the class that you need to graduate, and it's like the last class, that's what happened to me. It was summer. It was summer of 2000 and it was summer 2000 and when did I graduate? 2011. So it was summer 2010, and I was like, okay, I just need to take like this like, you know, some class to graduate from UCF. And so roll, look at this camera. Pay attention to me. Give me validation my father Nate gave me. This camera is amazing, Rollo. This is the one I was telling you you gotta get. You gotta get this lens, buddy. So the summer of 2010, right? This is what happened. I had to take like this one last class to graduate, to finish my degree program. But what happened was I couldn't get into the course in summer because it was only one class and it had a 30-person limit on it. That's it. And guess what? I had to sit out, and I was supposed to graduate in summer of 2010. Okay? I had enrolled in UCF in fall of 2008, and then boom, 2 years I was out. Okay? It was like a year and a half, basically. And I'm going to explain why here in a second. And I would have been done at the end of summer, okay? But because I missed that enrollment, I had to take the class in fall, which was just like brain-numbingly easy. So just stupid bureaucracy. And then after that happened, I applied for graduation, because you have to apply for graduation, and I was rejected for graduation because like some fee that I had from like the library or something I didn't know was unpaid, or it's like unpaid parking ticket from the campus. And I missed the application deadline for graduation. So I couldn't graduate fall. After fall was over, I couldn't graduate in 2010. I had to graduate in May of 2011, which it worked out well because my mom's birthday is in May, and then 2011, you know, I graduated, and I was like, and my mom was happy. She's like, "Oh my God, you're the first person from our family to get a college degree." Blah blah blah. It was heartwarming. It was nice, but really, I had to like just apply for graduation and wait from January till May to graduate. So basically, my entire graduation was delayed by 1 year because I followed the fucking stupid university's plan. That's why I'm telling you, got to game the system, and it's not. You're not doing anything like you're not like, you know, cheating or anything. Trust me, you can't cheat your way out of college. But what you can do is go about tackling these credits and tackling these semesters effectively, okay? Because if you follow the typical college plan, like, oh, I'm going to go home for summer and I'm going to be a dumb normie and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, 5 years of your life are gone. 5 years, you're in debt. You wasted 5 years of your life that you're never going to get back. You jeopardize the probability of you graduating on time as well. So it's not good at all. So this is what you do here, okay? So what I did was, so this is what they want you to do, okay? I went to school 3 semesters per year, okay? And you too, if you're going to get your degree, you have to go to 3 semesters per year, okay? So you're going to go for spring, summer, and fall. You go to school year round. Because like I said, once you turn 18, 18 to 22, we have right here, don't forget, it's grind time. You're a man. Time to set the early foundation of your life. 18 to 22, you just got to be ready to work for the 4 years, okay? There you go. Marco Veriani in the chat says, my graduation is late 1 year because of the beer bug. There we are. So you're going to go spring, summer, and fall, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to take 15 credit per semester. And if your brain is fried in the summer, you can take 12. Okay? So now, remember, the magic number is 120 credits, right? So now you're going 15 times 2, right, which is 30, and then plus 12 is 42, okay? So 120 divided by 42, look at that. You're getting your 4-year degree in less than 3 years, okay? And this is what you should plan to do, all right? And if you want to be a super gangster and you want to go 15 credit hours, times 3, okay? That's 45 a year. 120 divided by 45, 2.6 years. So 2.5 years. Basically, 2.5 years to get your 4-year degree. And this is what you should do. I was insane, all right? My first semester in Valencia Community College, I took 18 credit hours. Okay? I took 6 classes. Right? And I got 3 A's for you guys that are Americans. So A's for you guys that are not American. A is the best mark in America. A is very good. B is okay. C is like middle of the road. D is failing. F is like failure. It's basically, you're just basically a tomato farmer if you get an F. So I got 3 A's and I got 3 B's. And at the community college, when the classes are like really easy, okay, you can boost your GPA as well. Keep in mind, I got 3 A's, 3 B's while smoking weed and working at a nightclub. You know what I mean? Working at a nightclub like a madman, and that gave me a 3.5 GPA. Now, GPA doesn't matter outside of college, but when you're in college, you want to keep that GPA high. Okay, you want to keep it high, and then you need a 2.0 to graduate. Sometimes, if you're like an engineer or whatever, you need like a 2.5, and so that's another thing. Yeah, see, Danny Chan is in the chat. And he says, "Bro, you're breaking it down. It took me 10 years to finish college," and that's the thing. Guys, you have to realize that these colleges, especially in America, right? There's a certain slang for these colleges in America. They're called degree mills, all right? They just churn out useless degrees, okay? Stupid degrees like philosophy, economics, right? I can't even think of how many, liberal arts. Like what do you major in? I majored in liberal arts. Okay, what the fuck does that mean? Right? Gender studies. I don't even know, because there's so many stupid. There's literally the ratio of useful degrees to shit degrees. I would not be surprised if it's an 80-20 split, but I want to lean more to a 90-10 split. Yeah, theater. Yeah, I majored in theater. I majored in Eastern European art. Well, okay. If you are a Eastern European art major, let me just show you guys. This is what you're gonna have to figure out if you want to be Eastern European artist. You're gonna have to figure out this. So this right here. What the hell's going on? My pad. Oh, it's kind of upside down. That's why. Okay. So if you're gonna major in Eastern European art, this is what's gonna happen. Okay, you got to be able to draw this really well. Okay, a little cap there. Okay, And this is a tall, okay? And then you're going to grab this one here, okay? Okay, and then this is a grande, all right? And then the big one here, okay? Now, this is a venti, okay? And then if you live in Seattle, okay, this is the Trenta, okay? You're going to have to use your advanced Eastern European art degree to help you learn these different sizes of drinks at Starbucks, okay? That's the extent of your drawing and using your college degree, because it's completely fucking useless. All right? So by effectively tackling college in this manner, you're going to save time, you're going to save money, you're going to save frustration, and again, most important, look, you want to get in and get out of college as soon as possible. You do not want to be sitting there. And again, you know, I fell into the college trap. Dude, I used to go to tailgate parties and black out. I used to party. I used to rage, okay? I used to do all this stuff. And yeah, it's fun for a season, but I mean, ultimately, it was a waste of time. And I was still lucky. Okay, I was lucky that I was able to finish my degree. I literally finished my degree in like 3.5 years, 3.25 years. Okay, you know, it was because I did this plan, right? So you want to be going 15. You want to be going 15 credit hours per week, and it's mandatory. You have to go to school in the summer. I don't care about your summer plans. I don't care. I want to have a week. I want to have a summer in France. Blah blah blah. Listen, motherfucker, I'm rich now and 35. Okay, I can go afford a summer in France. You can too if you just do this sacrifice at the beginning. Because again, 18 to 22, you're like so energetic. You're super sharp. Your body heals quickly. You don't need a lot of food and resources and medical services to keep you going. So you want to use that gas to put the early foundation in your life. That's what we're talking about here.